Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Well, so much for the members' bounce. They get a break on the road here.
And how about that for this offense? The worst thing you could do when you're on the road is ignite the home crowd. This offense got a nice break early and a chance to not rousey up this crowd early in the game.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Perfect timing on that throw and catch. Kept it in bounds for the big completion.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it.
6-9-1, Gators score. Moves.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Big fella moving. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers. Nothing defense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Fires left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. Crosses the 30. He's got a lead. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Holds and fires complete to the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him through.
Peck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's last call as we've got a final between Florida and Georgia. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the catch. It's Durham. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field. That's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Leaves it with the running back. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, LSU.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop him on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Berry. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On the direct snap, it's Durham. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab onside. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
They'll run play action. Hit as he throws. Snagged on the outside. It's Moore. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive firing. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Durham. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. LSU will get a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Wants to throw again. Here's the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
To the air on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Tight end finds a soft spot. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Clemson.
The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches.
Cut it.
Might be changing the route.
Cricket.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Make them sweat it all. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Pulls it in. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
To the air. It's Klubnik. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got more. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the deep.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Great place to start for this offense. Might be calling a hot route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air. It's Klubnik. Rushes on him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sure hands, it's Durham. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers! This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Nussmeier. got a man. It's Anderson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
He's brought down at the 36-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
Okay, ready?
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And they're able to make the tackle.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Brown. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He'll take a deep shot here. He almost had another one. They've already picked off three and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
This quarterback part of their running game. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Brings up third down.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37.
29 Philly. 2-0. Go.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Got a man. It's Anderson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to fire. Quarterback adapting. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks, this quarterback.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And, man, oh, man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.